Hello everyone and welcome to my Royal Family Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In advance of a church service, King Charles emphasizes the significance of the Windrush generation. The HMT Empire Windrush brought individuals from the Caribbean to the UK for the first time on this day, 75 years ago. In light of the 75th anniversary of the passage, King Charles stated that it is critically important to acknowledge the immense contribution the Windrush generation has given to Britain. The remarks coincide with an anniversary-related special church service at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. The HMT Empire Windrush first moored in England on June 22, 1948 at Tilbury Docks in Essex, and the King and Queen celebrated with a celebration at Buckingham Palace. The Caribbean immigrants who landed in the UK between 1948 and 1973 are known as the Windrush generation. In response to Britain's request for assistance in addressing the post-war labour shortage, several of them were present. Many British residents, especially from the Caribbean, were threatened with deportation and refused access to health care and benefits as a result of a scandal that became out in 2018. These individuals had the legal right to live in the UK. King Charles paid homage to the group in a book that goes along with a collection of pictures created to mark the occasion, saying, "History is, thankfully and finally, beginning to accord a rightful place to those men and women of the Windrush generation." The 10 portraits, which Charles commissioned in 2022, will be put on public exhibition for the first time today at the Palace of Holyrood House. Those pioneers who came to a land they had heard of from afar left behind all that was familiar to them, the king said. As soon as they arrived in Britain, they toiled assiduously, contributing their talents to the nation's reconstruction during peacetime and looking for chances to make a better life for themselves and their families. Few could have possibly guessed how they and those who came after them would make such a significant and long-lasting impact to British life when they first arrived on our shores with little more than what they could carry with them. The portrait project, in Charles' words, should serve as a sincere reminder that our society is woven from diverse threads, each comprising stories of remarkable courage and sacrifice, determination and strength. Film, Prince William commemorates Windrush Day and the defining moment for the UK. Today is the 75th anniversary of the HMT Empire Windrush's arrival of the first Caribbean immigrants to aid with the post-World War II labor deficit. On the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the first passage, the Prince of Wales paid tribute to the Windrush generation, posting a stirring video to social media. The time period, according to Prince William, was a defining moment in our nation's history. On Thursday, it will be 70 years since the HMT Empire Windrush arrived in England for the first time at Tilbury Docks in Essex on June 22, 1948. Their contributions to the Britain we know now cannot be overstated, Prince William said on Windrush Day. Many of the young people on that historic voyage knew Britain well, William stated while providing the audio for a movie showcasing individuals arriving in the UK. They had participated in World War II alongside us. They picked this nation to start new lives, as did the Commonwealth residents who came after them. We are aware that they went through difficult times, but they also had happy times, and their families' lives did in fact alter as a result. But these journeys also contributed to our culture and helped to restore our nation. Due to a controversy that became out in 2018, many British citizens, especially from the Caribbean, were threatened with deportation and refused access to health care and benefits. The Prince of Wales continued by saying, "We are a better people today because the children and the grandchildren of those who came in 1948 have stayed and became a part of who we are in 2023, and for that we are forever grateful." He was paying tribute to those who had made the voyage. Today we honor the Windrush generation, their heirs, and all information about the Diana interview cover-up surfaces. Prince William's rage at the BBC is expected to grow. In light of Princess Diana's infamous interview with the BBC 2 years prior to her passing, the BBC has come under fire once more. As more material about his mother Princess Diana's 1995 interview has come to light, Prince William's rage towards the BBC is expected to grow. The BBC is now being charged with misleading the public about Martin Busher's health in order to conceal details about his controversial interview with the deceased king. Despite the BBC officially declaring that the journalist was too ill to be questioned about the situation, newly discovered emails reveal senior administrators at the channel spoke with Mr. Busher in 2020 to address allegations that he had faked bank statements to win Diana's trust. The Telegraph has obtained a large number of emails that demonstrate the conversation took place as the criticism of the bank statements grew. The BBC stated that Mr. Busher was seriously ill at the time, thus they were unable to respond to inquiries regarding the situation. Additionally, the broadcaster was able to avoid having to release more than 3,200 pertinent emails under the Freedom of Information Act, FOI, due to Mr. Busher's poor health. In what has grown to be one of the most high-profile crises for the BBC, executives are not under pressure to explain the discrepancy between their public and private stances toward the journalist. An investigation concluded in 2021 that Mr. Busher had used deceitful tactics to get the interview with Diana. He had done this by fabricating documents to give Diana the impression that people close to her were being paid by tabloid publications and the security services to spy on her. In response to the results, Prince William stated he was most saddened that his mother would never find out that the BBC had failed her. William called Mr. Busher a rogue reporter and claimed that he betrayed his mother along with his BBC superiors. Additionally, William accused the BBC of using the interview to feed Diana's paranoia in her marriage to the Prince William gains self-assurance and ditches anxious gestures. A body language specialist explained on the future king's 41st birthday how William no longer exhibits the same tense body language as King Charles and Prince Harry. A body language specialist claims that Prince William's connection with his wife Kate, Princess of Wales, has greatly boosted his self-assurance. William, who is 41 today, used to exhibit more anxious movements, which he and Prince Harry appear to have acquired from their father King Charles. But thanks to Kate, he has undergone development and is now more statesmanlike. Darren Stanton, speaking on behalf of Betfair Casino, said, "He's become ever so more statesmanlike in recent years. He no longer exhibits any of the prior motions he used, which suggested insecurity or feeling like a fish out of water. When he initially began making public appearances as a young child, he was a very different guy." Some of the identifying movements that we associate with William are what we refer to as pacifying gestures, which are frequently utilized in moments of self-assurance. When King Charles would slip his hand under his jacket, we frequently received these. If you watch old videos of Prince William and even Prince Harry, you'll notice that William got this gesture from his dad. William frequently performed this motion while participating in public events or while the Queen and he were standing on the balcony. In his formative years, William also enjoyed playing with his cufflinks. Once more, this is a self-calming action meant to calm us when we find things unpleasant or feel like we don't have complete control over our circumstances. Over the years, he's been put in a lot of social situations where anyone would probably feel a little bit uneasy, but we don't tend to see that gesture as often now, says the author. In terms of his development as a person, I think Kate has played a significant role in his development, he continued. The two of them didn't have a lot of confidence when they first met, but they've both grown over time. Regarding Kate, she has been crucial to his growth as a person, as a potential king, and undoubtedly in terms of his level of self-assurance. Even more than William, she has grown significantly throughout the years. She was first rather reserved and resisted getting involved, but over time, especially after their marriage, she has grown to play a more and bigger role in the royal family. Mr. Stanton claims that his wife has shown a similar growth, encouraging him to gain more self-assurance as well as helping her feel more confident when participating in public activities. These two are currently regarded as the oldest members of the royal family who are still actively engaged in public life. Kate's growing self-assurance has undoubtedly contributed to William feeling more at ease. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.